Hi everyone, happy Easter. I'm recording this video on Easter. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the vocabulary for Unit 7. Okay, we're starting Unit 7 that talks about freedom. I think it's a very relevant topic, especially because we are all locked down in our houses because of the coronavirus and stuff. But as you know, many other people, they're not free. What we have as an experience, like being able to come and go whenever we want, go to other countries, especially women that can drive and do a lot of stuff, is not a reality for many people in other countries. So we're going to read a little bit about freedom in some specific countries, including our own. But I'm going to share with you some of the vocabulary we're going to be reading about in our books, okay? So I will show you here the slide where we talk about this vocabulary specifically. So that's the vocabulary 1 from Unit 6, Selection 1. It's on your books, page 348. This vocabulary, it's also on our, okay, the slide. It's called Unit 6, Vocabulary Selection 1. So after when you're doing your activity, you can check. This is the list of words we're going to be learning, these 8 new words we're going to learn this section. Number 1 is assist. Number 2, capture. Number 3, escape. Number 4, freedom, the word of the day. Number 5, reward. Number 6, bride. Number 7, slave. And number 8, travel. My favorite word, as you know. So the word number 1, it's called assist. Okay, so if you can at home, can you repeat this word 3 times? Assist, assist, assist. This word means help. So in this case, in the picture, the firefighter assists the man. We can say during this coronavirus thing, we can say the doctors and nurses, they assist the patients. Okay? I can say the teacher assists the students with their activity. Okay, these are some examples. All right. Next word, capture. Okay, can you repeat with me 3 times? Capture, capture, capture. Well, the capture could be a verb, the action to take by force, or a noun, the act of catching something. Okay, so for example, in this picture, Joanna is trying to capture a butterfly. Okay, that's the verb. Joanna is trying to capture the butterfly. Okay, as a noun, we can say the capture of the butterfly was very hard. All right, so do you understand this difference when we use as a verb and we use as a noun? Next word, escape. Okay, can you repeat with me 3 times? Escape, escape, escape. Escape can also be a verb or a noun. To escape means to get away. For example, in this picture, the bird escaped from its cage. Or we can say many people are trying to escape their houses and broke the quarantine. For example, we can say old people, they are trying to escape their homes to go out. I saw many videos on the internet. I'm sure you saw lots of them. And escape can also be a noun, the act of getting away from something. The escape from the cage was very dangerous, okay? So next word, freedom, the word of the day, the word we're gonna be talking about so much. Freedom means the state of being free or not limited. Do we have freedom right now? We don't, right? We don't have the freedom to go to the beach or to be with our friends, to celebrate our birthdays, to go to school. So this is a freedom we don't have at the moment because of the coronavirus. So freedom is a noun, not a verb, okay? Freedom, the freedom, it's a noun. So the prisoner has just gotten his freedom. He can go anywhere he wants. Okay, so be careful with the difference, free and freedom. Free is an adjective. I am free, okay? I'm free to do what I want. Freedom, I would say, I have the freedom to do what I want. Or at the moment, I don't have freedom. I have to stay home because it's safe. All right, so do you understand this difference between free and freedom? If you have any questions, just come to me on the chat and we can talk about it. Next word, reward. Repeat, reward, reward, reward. You gamers, I'm sure you know this word. Reward is money or any other prizes given for helping someone. So for example, sometimes we're playing a game and you get a reward. Let's say on Duolingo when I'm playing, sometimes I can get a reward. If I watch a video about something, they give me a reward, which is an extra life so I can play. I do something, they give me something back. Or for example, in this case, after doing a good job at school, mom gave me the best reward, ice cream, right? So sometimes the teacher can give you a reward. Oh, you've been done so well at school and with the video classes. So the reward is you can have 5 minutes to play any apps you wish. Or also could be money. Let's say I had a dog and my dog was missing. Okay, it was out in the streets and I miss my dog. So I can put up a flyer, a poster saying, my dog is missing. Can you please help me find it? If you found my dog, I'll give you a reward, 1,000 reais. Okay, so reward can be money. Also, reward can be a prize, something special that someone gives it to you because you did something for them. All right? Next word, right. Let's repeat with me. Right, right, right. As you know, this word has many meanings. Right can be the opposite of left, my right hand. Right can be when you are correct. How much is 2 times 2? 4. Right. Or right can be something that it's yours. For example, when we are born, we have the right to have a name. Or human rights that many people talk about it. What are the human rights? Everyone that's a human, they have some rights. There are equality, freedom, peace, hope. They have the right for clean water, right to have medicine, okay? These are some of the rights. When someone commits a crime, they go to jail, but they have some rights. They have the right of a phone call. They have the right to remain silent and not talk about it. They have the right to have a lawyer. Okay, so this is an example of what right is. So right is the power a person has because of the country's rules. So rights, they change according to your country, okay? So Brazil, we have some rights. United States, they have other rights. In other countries, they have other rights. So for example, in Saudi Arabia, just recently, women had the right to drive. Before this, women didn't have the right to drive. But in Brazil, do we have the right to drive? Yes, right? So for example, in Brazil, we have the right to drive when we turn 18. So men or women, doesn't matter. When you turn 18, you can have your driver license, you can drive. In the United States, they also have this right. But when they are 15, 16, they have the right to drive. Okay, so this changes. For example, drinking alcohol. Here in Brazil, when we turn 18, we can buy and we can consume alcohol. In the United States, it's only when you turn 21, not 18. And in other countries, especially if they are Muslim countries, people can't drink. It doesn't matter how old they are. Drinking alcohol is forbidden for men and women and whatever. Okay? So this changes. So that's why the human rights wants to establish the minimum rights that all humans should have. Right to clean water, right to food, right to medicine, right to education. So these are the basic rights that the human rights are trying to get for us. And this, the UN, the United Nations, they have representatives from all countries, and they are together to try to give these rights to every human being. So example, all people have rights, but they can change depending on where you live. So for example, I live in Brazil, I have these rights, but if I move to other country, if I move to United States, my rights are going to change as a Brazilian and as a person. And if I move to Europe, for example, I have other rights and I have other things that I need to do in order to have these rights. Next word, slave. Repeat with me, slave, slave, slave. What is a slave? Many years in the 1500s, especially, many Portuguese and Europeans, they went to Africa and they got some people from there and they turned them into slaves, which is someone who belongs to another person. And they have to work without being paid. right? So they went to these countries, they got these people, and they enslaved them. They become their possession, and they were forced to work, and they didn't receive a penny, okay? They were working there, they were suffering, they were being beaten, and they suffered a lot, okay? So this is an example. The Portuguese people brought many slaves to Brazil, okay? As you know, most of the slaves were black people, but in other civilizations, they were not necessarily the black people. They could be other people. Especially when people invaded other countries, they make the prisoners the slaves. Do you think nowadays we still have slaves? Think about it. And well, I have to answer, but the answer is yes. This slave thing, like being a slave, like in the old times with the black people, it's different nowadays. Sometimes some companies, they, especially in American companies, they go to Asia where the labor force work is very cheap, and they make them make shoes, clothes, and whatever. And they only pay $1 a day or 50 cents if you are a child, because their children can work. So that's why Americans products are so cheap, because they don't produce these products in United States. If you check even your clothes, if you check, you're gonna see made in Taiwan, made in Vietnam, made in Pakistan, because the big companies, they go there and they hire these people, and they say you have to work 12, 14 hours every day, and you live in a very, very, very like confined space, and no ventilation, and they are like working day and night to produce, and they only get $1 a day or 50 cents. So this is a kind of modern slavery. Is like people force you to work, not force you, because people sometimes go there because they need to, they don't have another job, and their only opportunity is this one. So these big companies, they take advantage of these people doing these kind of things. So please pay attention when you are buying your stuff, and make sure you are buying trade-free things, or not consuming so much these products, because this way sometimes we are helping these companies to make more money, to profit, on top of other people that have to work so much. Okay. And finally, the word, my favorite word, travel. Yeah, that's me. Well, do you know where this place is? Tell me. I'm not gonna tell you. You have to research. But I'm just saw that the name is there. Sorry, but I've been to this place that is called the middle of the world, latitude 000. Okay, I was in the middle of the world. So to travel is when you go to one place from another place. Right now, we can't travel anywhere, right? We have to stay in. But when we are able, I'm going to travel so much. I had a trip planned now for this Easter. I was going to go to São Miguel do Gostoso, but I had to cancel. So Teacher Ale loves to travel. As you know, I even have an Instagram called Ale Viaja, where I show you about my trips, places I've been. And she wants to visit the entire world. So travel, I think it's a very easy word that everybody understands, right? This word has a lot to do with this chapter we're going to read, because travel for us is possible, it's easy, but for many people in many countries, it's not. They are locked inside their countries. Even without coronavirus, they cannot leave their countries because they are not allowed. They have to stay there, especially if this country is at war, like Syria and etc. So this is a freedom that I enjoy so much, and I have the privilege to be able to travel, but I know at least 50% of the world doesn't have the same rights. All right, guys. So now after you watch my presentation, if you have any questions, just come to the chat. You can ask me, and you're gonna do pages on 182 and 183 of your practice book. Okay, I will tell you the time on the chat that we need to go back for correction and discussion of this. Okay, I hope you understood, and I'll see you there.